Not even S rank position 1. No. I wasn't trying. The best I ever did was actually top 10, and then I decided it's not important for me to get higher than that because I would rather stream for you guys. That's what it was. There's so much love going on in that chat. They forgot to shut down the servers. Could be. Chat seems like we're all dying. I don't know. Do you guys think that was the last game? Did they shut off the matchmaking? Are the servers unreachable? I mean, Duelyst played a huge part of our lives. I don't. That's fine, Rooster. I just hide it well. I'm welling up inside too. This is like a whole chapter of my life that I allocated to this. Literally allocated to it. I did full-time streaming for it for quite some time. You guys know that. I'm gonna sit here though and wait. Well, it does look like it's the end. It was a great game. You're playing now? Did you get a game? I have 35 people on my friends list, all online. Oh, some people are in a game. Look at that. Look at this friends list. You know, over the years, to know that I had that impact with all of you guys, that number of people, it's really meaningful. A Boronian stream says matchmaking is offline when you try to enter queue. Hmm. You just did it wrong. See, mine's working. Well, this is definitely the greatest community I've ever been a part of. I'm glad I was here to bring a lot of you guys together. keep a lot of you guys together too. What's the button to report a bug? I gotta report this bug right now, right? It's not working. We should all report the bug. Not finding any games. I know, right? That average wait time, not working. It's not working. All right. Well, I think this chapter is closed now. So I guess it's time for us to move on. Had to make the infinity symbol for wait time. Take an 8, rotate it. Bastion, it was my pleasure. Today was supposed to be a Legends of Runeterra day, but of course not. Not today. Well, I do thank all of you guys coming to hang out on this final day. I hope you guys are doing okay. It is kind of a little heart-wrenching, but I am happy to be spending today with you, playing our favorite game. Wait, matchmaking doesn't work, but do friendlies work? You want to try? We can always try. I don't mind. What do you mean you'll miss me, Tatrix? You know I'm still streaming. I hope you do come by. I know I was well known for Duelyst, and I'm trying hard, trying to make it in Legends of Runeterra. So, I mean, if you guys can come by every once in a while and come check it out, I'd appreciate it. It's, still want to keep the streaming thing going if I can. It's been hard. It's been hard, but a bunch of you have come by, and a bunch of you I do know play Legends of Runeterra. It's not exactly the same kind of game, I know. And I decided that, by the way, every twice a week we'll be broadcasting tactical games. So we'll be digging through as many tactical games as we can, trying them all, trying to find something that might be able to compete, I suppose, with Duelyst. There are tactical CCGs left, Lark. There are a few. Were they as good as Duelyst? No. I can say that with confidence because I tried them. Were they okay? Some of them, yeah, definitely. And we're going to continue to look for more. And so I think it's every Thursday and Sunday we'll be doing, we'll be assessing or trying out different tactical games. And not always multiplayer ones, but I'm really looking forward to finding more PvP ones. I'm currently in the process of making a tactical game, but it's single player, so it's not exactly the same thing, unfortunately. But yeah. Hmm. I didn't know that was you, Banwai. You never told me. So what do you guys know what's going to happen um with the Discord and the Reddit? How many hours have you spent on your game? The one that I'm creating? I used to run an independent game studio. And we ran into legal issues, which we eventually resolved and won, but it cost me the bank. And so I had to stop doing that. So we were a small team. I can't really say how many hours. I don't know. But maybe a year and a half. With 4 of us working on it. We had artists coming in. We had whatchamacallit. I actually had a novelist write an entire series of graphical novels. I have a team. I don't have a team anymore. Now it's literally just me because I don't have that kind of money anymore, right? I stream, and I'm not a big streamer. I stream games that I love. Were I a Fortnite streamer, yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody would come watch me for Fortnite play. uh, but I am trying to revive it. But I say we, but I'm migrating it to a different engine right now, so because it's a little out of date. So, what do you guys think? A little bit longer, we'll find a game. What is the genre of the game? It's a tactical RPG. Not it was actually for mobile though. It was built for Android. Um, and this was before Android Studio existed. I don't know if you know anything about software development, but the software development kits weren't complete back then. So we had to handwrite a lot of stuff. Again, I say we, but it was me. I was the only programmer. Which I honestly I didn't mind too much, but was there any way to preview? Actually, they had just released the beta of the Android Studio, and built into it were some emulator functions. These days, there are more emulators that you can just use, like BlueStacks or Nox or something like that. So it was with a campaign and story mode. Yeah. It was in comic book format, so we had 3 comics that were meant to be released before the actual release of the game. And we had some contacts made at different comic shops for this. And that would serve as a little bit of advertising, but you know, it was good stuff. It was pretty dark though, and it wouldn't be suitable for everybody. It was also a pay game, so I don't know how many people actually pay for games on their phones, but it was a demographic we were trying to reach that wasn't fully being reached at that point, I think. So we're aiming for people that played old school games like Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Ogre or things like that. But it was going to be a bit more modern, where it wasn't like Square or Hex based. It was actually, it was a little bit different, and things could be, it was kind of like AP based. I don't know if you guys ever played games like Jagged Alliance or something like that, where you just move when you have a certain number of movement points, and then, but the actual terrain mattered. So you can like climb on top of buildings, you can hide behind trees, and then the it would compute the actual. Yeah, actually, like XCOM, yeah. But it was medieval. It wasn't futuristic. Well, there were some guns. It was fake medieval, you know. Have I tried Wargroove? No, I haven't. Is that something we should look into while we wait for a game? Oh, this super colorful thing. I just didn't. I didn't really. I did see it, and other people mentioned it a few times, and I hear it's good. But when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know. Oh, it's Chucklefish. I actually like Chucklefish. Huh. Why do I see Hucklefish here? The heck? Fallout 1 and 2 is also AP based with a quirky grid. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't a. I don't know too much about Fallout 1. I think I really got into Fallout 2 though. I loved that game. It was fantastic. But I mean, there was less to do compared to something like Jagged Alliance 2. Like there were so many things in Jagged Alliance 2 that were way ahead of its time, in my opinion. I know there were other games in a similar vein to Jagged Alliance 2, but Jagged Alliance 2 is really the gold standard to which I compare everything else. Much like I'm going to be comparing most tactical CCGs I see now to Duelyst. And there might be that Halo effect going, but I know I've played this game now for years, and the game was legitimately really good. All complaining and whining aside, right? There was too much of that, I think. I think Jagged Alliance really went under the radar. Like Fallout really blew up. Um, I actually felt like Jagged Alliance was a better game, but maybe it's just me. Monster Hunter World? That's not a tactical game, Mirror. Also, isn't it really expensive? I don't own it. It's still up? No, it's not. I mean, maybe it is. I thought Jagged Alliance 2 was considered one of the best games at the time. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it didn't age as well as I thought it would. So I went in and I played it again a year ago, I guess. Um, but I don't know what happened to it. They had a fantastic cast. All of the voicing was so sick. It was so good, like way better than anything else out there. And the way it was so ahead of its time, like two random people. There's like hundreds of people on the roster, and you get any two people together, and they'd be start interacting. They'd have lines that they'd say when different things were happening, and it was ridiculous. It was actually ridiculous, and that was what built up your affinity to those people. That those offhand remarks and stuff like that. Um, where some of the older guys were like, "Oh, hold on a sec, I gotta catch my breath" and stuff like that. The way they built up the story was all offhand. Not all offhand, but a large component. No, not the story. The Your affinity to characters was all offhand. Oh, it's such a good game. It's just the graphics really didn't, for its time, fine, but these days, it's a little hard on the eyes. We could consider it a pixel art game. No, but I don't think it was meant to be that way. There's a new game greatly inspired by the first two Fallouts called Beautiful Desolation. Is this a turn-based or is it an ARPG? If it's an isometric turn-based type game, that's pretty sweet. That's really sweet. Skarzig with a what are we doing here? We're just hanging out. Skarzig, looking for tactical games. Thank you for the raid, good sir. How you doing? How you feeling? This man has never followed my channel. My God, I forgive you. It's a little late. I'm not giving up. This is it. Right? I'm still here. I'm still in queue. It's a bug? I don't care. I'm still in. So we're talking about other tactical games. So for those of you that don't know me, you must know me. I broadcast Duelyst all the time. And not anymore. And from here on forth, I will be maining Legends of Runeterra. I hope you guys will be joining me there. I do appreciate the support because it's been hard. It's hard getting into a new game, right? And every new body that comes in and hangs out, it helps me quite a bit. So I would appreciate those of you that are interested in Legends of Runeterra to come by and swing by and see what's up. And if it's not for you, all right, it's not for you. For those of you that are only interested in tactical content, on Thursdays and Sundays, I will be exploring new tactical games, trying to fill that void where, where it's now empty because there is no Duelyst. Tactical games is my bread and butter. That's what I love. And I sincerely believe most of you also love that sort of thing. It's not big, right? There are not a lot of games coming out that are tactical PvP CCGs and stuff like that. That's just not a big thing. But we will continue to look. So, I mean, we've already tried Feria, we've already tried Shardbound, but I'm more than happy to go and revisit those. We can try other things as well. And right now we're actually looking. Matchmaking currently is offline. Shut up, man. Seriously? I'm going to stay. I'm staying. Get out of here with that logic. Doesn't look offline to me. Me neither. It's a bug. Don't worry about it, Skarzig. It's all good. So you guys were talking to me about different tactical games that we can explore and see, and somebody just mentioned Beautiful Desolation. I don't remember who mentioned this. So what? It's not ARP as long as it's turn based. I'm happy to try them out. But I don't know so far. Do you know anything more about the game? We can go ahead and add this to the wish list and see what happens. I had my own card. Yeah, we played our card. As for our very last game, we played Hsuku Tetten. And it was fantastic. It was really fantastic. Divinity? Yes, we already played Divinity 2. Fantastic game. That was a great game. The very difficult setting was very difficult. It was very, very difficult, and I had to restart many, many, many times. We're also going to go back to Phoenix Point one of these days. Phoenix Point was a fantastic spiritual successor to XCOM. And I was having a lot of fun with it, though I did get wrapped up into Legends of Runeterra, and we haven't really revisited the game since. I do know that there's going to be some expansions for it coming out, so I don't think we're going to go in on that, mostly because I don't know if they're going to be providing me those copies anymore. But they did provide me with all the other copies, so that I did appreciate. Did I try Valkyria Chronologies? Valkyrie Chronicles? Is that what you mean? Yes. Was I sponsored for this? Oh, I should know these things, right? Wasn't there like a tank? Yeah, and you turn and... Yeah, it's not for me. I'll pass on that. You're blessed to have gotten me in your final Gauntlet draft, GG. I'm really happy that you guys came together and we could actually force Gauntlet happening. Because over the last, many months, playing Gauntlet was all but impossible. And that's how I grew this channel, right? I draft. I'm pretty good at drafting. And at Gauntlet, I'm really good at drafting. And we couldn't play it anymore because there just weren't enough people. And the queue times were like 10 minutes plus. But today, everybody came together, and I think that was fantastic. That was really great. For Skarzik's last game, he played Skarzik. Unsurprisingly, it did not work. Oh, what I didn't actually show was that that night I was on Skarzik's stream, I built a Skarzik deck. I didn't share it, but we ended up winning with that deck, and it was pretty good. But it's gone now. Though you'll find it in the VOD. I played against Explain Truck, actually. I didn't even realize he was streaming the game. I wasn't streaming at that point. So you can find it on his stream VODs if he has that enabled, which you should. Let's see, Xenonauts. I actually had that picked up. I never actually played it though. Is that worth playing, Ashtaroth? And is it worth watching? Phantom Doctrine. I heard about that game. Apparently I own that game. I have never played the game though. Oh, there are guns? Is it limited ammo? Is this a limited ammo tactical RPG? Oh my god. If this is a limited ammo tactical RPG, we're going to play this on stream. If it's not, I don't know. Yes? Oh wait. Actually, I don't think I don't think I can play that today. Yeah, I don't think we can play this today, but we will be looking at this soon, and it's now at the top of my list. Thank you. I didn't even know I owned it, and I own a lot of games, so that's why I didn't know I owned it. The limited ammo makes you favor stealth only or something? I like limited ammo so that you can't just go guns in blazing. You have to think about your moves. That's pretty much why. Final game was Owl Punch Fey, like old times. Nice sticks. I mean, I actually haven't played Arcanist in, well, I will never again play Arcanist, unfortunately, but I haven't played Arcanist for a really, really long time. Xenonauts is a type of XCOM OG throwback, a bit simplified. The game is quite good, but fell a bit under the radar. Yeah, I noticed that, but I also noticed the graphics were also kind of old school. Like, unless you're into that sort of thing, I don't think you could possibly, like, just... It's not like XCOM, right? XCOM, anybody can pick it up and have a good time with it, pretty much. I think this is a little You have to be really into this. And by that same token, I also think nobody would want to watch this, even though I think this would be a fantastic. It looks like it would be a fantastic game to play. I don't know. I'm happy to assess different games though, and you guys can always drop game names in Discord, and we'll keep a list of them, and we'll pick one and we'll play one. Jagged Alliance 2, one of the best games of all time. Definitely can't watch it. It looks awful. Yeah, this game is best in class. Much like Duelyst. Have you played Mutant Year Zero? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I mean, it was okay. It's just um, the animal thing just kind of doesn't do it for me. And I like post-apocalyptic things, really do. Phantom Doctrine has some line of sight flaws back when I had some line of sight flaws back when I played. Don't know if they fixed that. Also, Agent in Disguise is a bit too free. What does that mean? Agent. No, wait, what? What does that mean? Kenshi? What is Kenshi? A free roaming squad based RPG. No, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Sorry. Is the Duelyst IP up for grabs? I doubt it. I think Godfall makes use of some Duelyst IP. I'm not sure though. It breaks the core game loop of Phantom Doctrine. I mean, I don't usually take advantage of bugs. If I see and I notice there's a bug, then I kind of avoid it. Invisible. Invisible? Yeah, I think we actually were looking at that as well. So I had that on my list of things that we were going to look into playing as well. So today we're not going to be looking at any of these. We're just talking about different games and what we can try. So we can obviously, we'll bring this on Sunday and we'll try it, or we'll try Phantom Doctrine. One of these two, I think. I tried World of Warships. That's not for me either. Playtime, 19 minutes, uninstalled. Urtuk, the Desolation. It's an open world, tactical turn-based RPG in a low fantasy setting. Guide your band of adventurers. Okay. Looks kind of cool. Hey guys, do you know any tactical games that actually have multiplayer component? Urtuk is something I'm not likely to look at, if we're being honest, Jimmy. Not because it doesn't look like I could have fun with it, mostly just because it's in early access. And I've been burnt way too many times by early access games, so. I also don't want to add it to my wish list, because every time I do that, somebody buys it for me, and they only buy early access games, because they know I hate it. So I'm going to just click on follow instead. How about This War of Mine? We played This War of Mine. It's a great game. It's like as sad as Duelyst. Right? If you want more sadness in your life, go play This War of Mine. It's a good game though. Phantom Brigade. Hybrid turn-based real-time tactical RPG focusing on in-depth customization and player-driven stories. Outnumbered and outgunned. Oh. Yeah. I'd release date to be announced. Okay, well, we'll follow, but that's all we can do. Good Smile Racing says, have you tried looking at Thea? No, I haven't. I'm sorry if I missed some chat. I also don't... What? What is that? It's not here. Thea 2? Thea the bundle? I guess 2? So if there was a game I missed that somebody mentioned, don't hesitate mentioning it again if I didn't talk about it already. Strategy RPG. So I'm actually looking for tactical games, not strategic games. I don't mind strategy games. I actually enjoy them as well, but not to the degree that I enjoy tactical games. For those of you that don't know, the difference is strategy, you're usually trying to manipulate things from like a top-down view. Well, everything is top-down view. I mean, you're trying to move larger pieces, not the minutiae, right? You're not trying to say, oh, shoot this gun and then dodge. No, you're trying to say, move this army here. And so I prefer tactical games because I like looking at details like that. But strategy is fine too. I enjoy strategy, just not to the degree that, like, I like lots of moving parts, and just like you guys see when I'm playing Abyssian with Wraithlings, I love moving tons of units around at the same time and finding the ideal way to get them to mesh together, ideally in, before I rope. You can give a go at Mechanicus Warhammer 40k. I like Warhammer 40k, but I found that a lot of Warhammer games are bad. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I just found I'm not into it. And apparently I own this game as well. Turn-based tactical game. Did I ever play it? Okay, I haven't played it, so we can actually look at that. And the thing is, the Warhammer lore is so rich, and it's pretty awesome. But I don't know, they just accept anything that wants to take their name. Really, right? If you want hardcore, I'd try Age of Decadence. I've already played Age of Decadence, I believe, and I believe I didn't play it for very long. Wait, did I not play this? It looks pretty awful, actually. Turn-based role-playing and low magic post-apocalyptic. I mean, it looks like it's something that could be fun to play. Looking at it, it doesn't look like it might be fun to watch, though. This would have to be like a 1 or 2 hour type thing, and I don't think this is the type of thing we can do. You're gonna miss those Wraithlings? I know. Man, this queue's pretty long. 40 minutes in queue? I think we go up to an hour. Where are all the opponents? I think I scared them away, man. Oops, wrong thing. It's good for playing, but not for streaming. Mm. I'm not looking for games to play. Who likes playing games anyway? Doberog says +1 sentiment. That Mechanicus is pretty cool. All right. Doborog? Is that Robodog? Wait. I don't know. Lark says, I think one of the things I liked about Duelyst was your general was a piece that moved, not just some static thing people beat on. Yes, I agree with you, Lark. And there are actually some games that do that. Notably, Heroes of Might and Magic 4 did that. And that's why I think that's one of the better Heroes of Might and Magics that are out there. Because a lot of people say Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is the gold standard. No. No way. 4. Sure, if you're looking at some details on some balance things, just don't abuse the bugs. Just don't do it. Don't do it, and you'll have fun. There's some things that were slightly imbalanced too, I do agree. But the actual gameplay. Heroes 4 had it down pat. In fact, if we could find a game like Heroes 4, I'd love to play it. Did you guys ever play Doc, Might and Magic Duel of Champions? That was their attempt at a card game. And there was like a grid. I actually had fun in that game. Not as much fun as in Duelyst. Did I ever play Frostpunk? No, but I own it. I was intending to look at it, but I never had the chance. Is this worth playing? Is this a tactical game? That's not my birthday. My birthday is actually coming up in a couple weeks. Frostpunk is the first society survival game. As a ruler of the last city of Earth, this looks like this doesn't look like a tactical game. This looks like a strategy game, right? I mean, it looks like fun, definitely. It's something we can look at. Yeah, city builder, colony sim, survival. Yeah. The Might and Magic CCG was the most interesting lane rogue game I played. Yeah. I don't really like that kind of thing. Like, I'm not a big fan of. I hate to say it. Sorry, Gwent. But yeah, it's kind of heavy on story. I think it'd be nice to watch. Okay. All right, sure, we can try that. You let your people freeze. Oh man, did I ever play Halcyon 6? It's not tactics, it's more like an RPG. Yes, I have played it, and it's a great game. Yeah, this was super fun to play. It's like if I were to compare it to something, it'd be more like FTL than tactics game. Which, there are tactical elements too. You'd watch a playthrough? I don't know the game intimately like I do know FTL. So I wouldn't exactly be good at it. It'd be a new experience. I hated Gwent because it's too much like rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me. I played it for a very short time. I solved the ribble. The ribble says Dobo Rog? No. I solved the riddle. If you had actually typed ribble, that would have been awesome. Nacho says it. Oh, it's actually good for playing, not streaming. Okay. Does XCOM 2 have any active multiplayer at all? You know, I've never actually played XCOM 2. I played the original XCOM, and I didn't finish it, so I refuse to play XCOM 2. Are you guys like that? I'm anal like that. I should probably not be. It's just a video game. Have I played Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, I played that a lot on stream. $75 worth? Like, I don't play games for this amount of time. I realize I say that, and I played Duelyst for almost 10,000 hours. But Darkest Dungeon, 75 hours is really good for me. XCOM 2 difficulty is much higher? I don't mind. I always play my games at the highest difficulty. And I also don't mind losing. I haven't tried it, but I feel like Crying Sun. I've heard somebody mention Crying Sun, and it is on my list. Yeah, it is on my list. So we can check this out if you guys want. It's hex-based. Yeah. Crying Suns is... Oh, it's real time? Oh, it has pause too. Okay. It kind of looks sweet though. Like if we're looking at it, it looks really sweet. Have I played any of the Age of Wonders games? You know what? I haven't. That is something I really got to get to doing. And it's not like I don't own them. I even own this Planetfall one. Actually, they provided the key. But I still own it. I also own Age of Wonders 3. You played Age of Wonders 3 recently, really enjoyed it. How was Planetfall? It's like Might and Magic with the moving generals. I crushed one. Wait a second. What are you talking about? Moving gen. Wait, what? What did I miss? Planetfall is mediocre? Okay. So you prefer Age of Wonders 3? This is another strategy game though. I think we want to find ourselves some tactical games that I think most people here want to see some tactical stuff. Well, I also want to play some tactical stuff because yeah. Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers? Isn't that a twin stick shooter? Wait a second. Wait, what is this? Turn-based tactical RPG. Oh. What was I thinking of? Just Brothers, maybe. Maybe I was just thinking of Brothers. "49 minutes in queue." I didn't give up yet. It's reveal time on the new Path of Exile League. Man, I kind of dropped that, didn't I? I dropped Path of Exile so fast. I was having fun with it, but what about Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun? It's on my list. Is that so? Of all of them, it seems like you've played a lot of these things, Astroth. Is it safe to say that you're a tactics fan? So, by your estimation, which of them that was mentioned today is the best of the best? Oh, I started typing Kalera's name rather than the game that he mentioned, Panzer Corps 2. Ooh, $70. Even if I wanted to, I don't. It's not in my budget. Jagged Alliance 2 is the best of the... Okay, okay. Yes, Jagged Alliance 2 is the best of the best. Duelyst is and was the best of the best. Marcy's also right. They're kind of in different categories slightly. But yeah. You've been playing... I've been playing since the OG XCOM. Duelyst. Buffs Everywhere says... For sure. You're not wrong. Think you could give a serious go at Phantom Doctrine and Mechanicus? Don't be crying, Gamma. We had the best time together. We really did. This is just a just chatting stream right now. But I'm keeping it in Duelyst because I'm in queue. Okay, where did I put my I had a list of games to play. Was it this one? Space games? Oh no, that was something different. I can also try Into the Breach. We've played Into the Breach on stream. Ooh. I've played Transistor as well, I think. But it's not the type of game I'm looking for right now. Into the Breach was too easy. Yeah, that's the way I felt. Into the Breach was way too easy. Cyberpunk? I mean, I'm going to play that. I don't know if I want to stream it. I don't think anybody would want to watch me stream it. Like, I'll be like mouth open. Gawking and wandering around, and I don't think I would be fun to watch doing that. The Vorion in the text file. This one got a lot of updates recently. I don't even know what this is. Somebody mentioned it to me. I was looking for a space game at that time. But space games are more a personal thing for me. I love space games. Overland? Overland or Overlanders? It's looks like a cute turn-based game. I think people would like you streaming Cyberpunk taking in the sights. I mean, I can try. I don't mind. My system can handle it, but isn't Cyberpunk delayed until like next year or something crazy like that? I'll pass on Stellaris. I played Stellaris. My friend loves Stellaris. I'm forced to play Stellaris. I'm going to pass on playing it now. AI War? That's not even. That's so weird. Um, Gamma says, I remember joining my first 3 tournaments while I was in silver, and I got matched up with the S ranked players and found out how big of a gap there was between us. I just got hooked. I think when I first got hooked was when I played. Well, first of all, I like any tactical game. I will try any tactical game, and then I tried it, and what happened was I played for like 12 hours because it was just fun. Duelist was had a great introduction to the game, and it wasn't necessarily hand holding. Some of it was hand holding, some of it was guided, but like learning all of the things that you learn in the game, you learn by playing, and it is all out there for you to see and all out there for you to notice. But making the connections between what's happening on the board and the text on a card is an altogether different feeling than when it's just the cards on the words on a card and no grid. It's an altogether different feeling. So, would I be interested in Quantum League, the strategy FPS? Oh, you don't want to see me FPS? No, 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 no. You want to see me move wraithlings around? That's what you want to see. uh, Beautiful game trailer didn't hurt either. What? Krasmaga. Wait a second. I keep on hearing about this game. What is this? Free to play. All right, it's on my list. And then how do you do Phoenix Point? Phoenix Point is tactical. It's a tactical game. I hope the Duelist Reborn is dope. I'm kind of not into it. I don't want people to make changes to the game, and I already see that they, with their first video, they released it with 2-draw. And I'm like, no. You can't even have all of the new cards. They can't even exist in a world with 2-draw. So they're trying to take the game in a different direction, and I'm just not into that. I heard Duelist 2077 will be quite something. I just want a battle pet free Duelist. Battle pets did upset me. Maybe too much. Maybe I should have just let it go. Alright, guys. I think I've been in queue for an hour now. We tried, right? We tried? We were here till the very end. A lot of you guys trickled out, and I'm okay with that. I'm here till the very, very end. Make them kick you out? Oh, I will. I will. The queue will surely pop in the next minute. No doubt. No doubt. We'll sit here waiting as long as we have to. You weren't a fan of the 3-3 boars? They put in 3-3 boars? Really? That's a little insane. I do like that they had something ready to go that quickly though. That was impressive because it takes time to do something like that. Am I queued for Gauntlet? No, I'm queued for Ranked. The last game we played was, of course, our Hsuku Titan list. Which we won, but we also, right before that, played a Twitch chat built deck that we built in like 5 minutes. You guys built in like 5 minutes, and we won with that too. So we're climbing Twitch chat, climbing S rank. We had a great time in Gauntlet today. It's been so long since I played Gauntlet. It was super fun. I want to thank you guys for coming out to play Gauntlet with me. We got enough people here that we could just fill up the queue. That was nice. Instead of waiting like 10-15 minutes for a game like we had to before. So as a Duelyst Sunset thing, I think it was a great success. So still a little bit heart-wrenching. Someone said you can still draft a Gauntlet deck, but you can't play it. Well, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. We finished our last draft at 12 wins. How do we want to beat that? And we played Songhai. I haven't played Songhai in years, literally, because I've been trying to catch up with all of my other factions, my faction ribbons. Let's save the gold for Duelyst 2. Will I play Godfall? I don't know. Keith originally sent me a message about the possibility. But I haven't heard from him since. So, I don't know. Are we going to see more Mythgard? If they... So... You guys know I'm kind of into draft, right? And the Mythgard draft issue was that it didn't feel right. It wasn't a proper draft. The number of choices that we actually had were very low. Very, very low. And that's not what I want in my drafting experience. It also means I want the ability to lose or to draft poorly. And we didn't really have that. So I think they had some good ideas, but after speaking to Peter, the CEO, he told me up front that that draft mode wasn't really for me, and there's a different draft mode that is going to be integrated in the game in the future. And that mode would be draft mode more similar in style to Magic the Gathering, not not the online version, like real life Magic the Gathering, so where you swap decks between people, and it would be in their tournament mode. Now, I haven't actually checked it out in a little while, but it didn't really, like, the current draft format really didn't do it for me. I was playing the game, I was having fun with the game, but I really wanted to draft properly. I think Legends of Runeterra does drafting not as well as they could either. Um, but it's better than Mythgard. So, and I am actually having fun in Legends of Runeterra in ranked as well. So that's something else. Draft in Mythgard isn't good. Well, yeah, I kind of agree. But it's not about just draft volition. It's that look at the cards that you have to choose from. Is anybody ever going to choose anything but X and Y card? If the answer is mostly no, then you're not making a choice. And so it looks like a choice from the outside. But when you're actually digging down, it doesn't make sense. So I essentially didn't feel like I was putting my draft brain to use. It felt like, well, everybody's going to make these same exact picks. Just not for me. I was on a podcast, and we ended up talking about this, and anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess I'm looking for something very particular, and not a lot of people are super into draft, right? And draft is not a moneymaker in most situations. It doesn't make money for companies that allow that mode. that's that's Have I checked out what? Disgaea? I don't know what that is. Apparently, I did. Disgaea PC? Disgaea 2, 5? Dude, what is this? What are you making me look at? Mm, pass. Pass. Magic the Gathering? Will there be more magic? Oh, it's possible. I don't think they send me any more invites. They did send me some free foil cards, but they don't send me any more invites to their thing because I just haven't answered it in the last 9 months. um, I just didn't feel my channel was doing well in Magic the Gathering, and yeah, that's more or less it. You just got new daily quests in Duelyst. Nice, nice. None of those picks you looked at were like gameplay picks. All right, which I mean that's all that they show me though. So I I mean this looks like it's a game. Oh, there's numbers on here. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I believe this is the end of the line, right? We could stay here all day, but you guys have to get going too. And I guess I gotta get going. Technically, no, I have like another hour, but I have just been talking for the last hour and 10 minutes. uh, You know what? I think we're just gonna leave this on. And every day, you guys should follow me on Twitter. I will post up where this is up to. uh, that'd be fantastic. Well, if we're gonna do that, we better start doing it now. So, did you screenshot your ribbons? I didn't. Luckily, I stream, so we can probably go back and find that somewhere. Okay, there we go. We just tweeted it. Of course, I added play Duelyst. All right. I'll probably do a proper Twitter end game message when I log off. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me during this. I know it was just like a long-winded slump after sadness. Just hope you don't get any power outages. I don't really get power outages here. I can't sleep with my computer on though. We'll have to figure something out. This isn't like my old place where I had like multiple rooms that I could just. I had an office and I had my bedroom and I had another bedroom. Now I'm just renting one room, so I mean I have access to the whole place, and these guys don't live here. They just want to be able to come here whenever they want. They live in New York City. All right, guys. You guys ready to go? No, you're not. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Gamma. Good night, Moosin. Good night. Good smile racing. Good night, Ashtroth. Good night, Marcy. Good night, Bastion. Good night, Cholera. Good night, Netra. Good night, Violet Blue Mary. Good night, Vesner. Good night, Fragonaut. Good night, Buffs everywhere. Good night, Mirror. Good night, Polynucleotide. Good night, Almond. Good night, Kako. Good night, Dust. Good night, Duelyst.